Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English with Karim. Today, we're going to imagine one of the most unbelievable situations our planet could ever face. It's a question that sounds impossible, but it's very interesting to think about.
Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and discovering that every ocean on Earth had completely disappeared. The Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic Ocean, and the Southern Ocean are all gone. Everywhere you look, there is only dry land.
Can you imagine that? No beaches, no waves, no ships crossing the sea, and no fish swimming in the oceans. Our planet will look completely different from the Earth we know today.
But what would happen next? Would humans be able to survive? What would happen to animals, plants, the weather, and the air we breathe? Would life on Earth continue, or would everything change forever?
Scientists know that oceans are much more important than most people realize. They produce oxygen, control Earth's climate, provide food for billions of people, and support millions of different species.
So today, we're going to explore this amazing question together and discover why oceans are one of the greatest treasures on our planet.
Let's begin. First thing many people would notice is that our planet would look completely different. Oceans cover about 70% of Earth's surface. Without them, huge empty valleys and deep underwater mountains would suddenly appear. Places that have been hidden for millions of years would become visible.
That's true, Karim. The ocean floor isn't flat at all. It has giant mountains, volcanoes, deep trenches, and long underwater canyons. If all the water disappeared, Earth would become a much larger land world, but it would also become much more dangerous.
Millions of sea animals would lose their homes instantly. Fish, whales, dolphins, sharks, turtles, octopuses, coral reefs, and countless other creatures depend on the oceans to survive. Without water, almost all marine life would disappear.
Exactly. Oceans are home to millions of species, many of which humans haven't even discovered yet. Losing the oceans would mean losing one of the richest ecosystems on Earth.
But the effects wouldn't stop there. Oceans help produce a large part of the oxygen we breathe. Tiny organisms called phytoplankton live in seawater and create enormous amounts of oxygen every single day.
That's right, Karim. Without these tiny organisms, the amount of oxygen in our atmosphere would slowly decrease. At the same time, carbon dioxide would continue increasing, making the environment much more difficult for humans and animals.
Another huge problem would be the weather. Oceans store heat from the sun and help control temperatures around the world. They make summers cooler, winters warmer, and help create rain.
That's right, Karim. Without oceans, many places would become extremely hot during the day and freezing cold at night. Rainfall would become much less common in many regions, causing serious droughts.
If there were no rain, farmers would struggle to grow food. Rivers and lakes would eventually dry up because many of them depend on the water cycle connected to the oceans.
Food shortages would become one of humanity's biggest challenges. Crops would fail, drinking water would become very limited, and billions of people would face difficult living conditions.
Curious, international trade would also change dramatically. Today, thousands of ships carry food, cars, electronics, fuel, and other products across the oceans every day.
That's right, Karim. Without oceans, shipping routes would disappear completely. Countries would have to depend mainly on roads, trains, and airplanes, making transportation much slower and much more expensive.
I wonder, tourism would also suffer. Many famous beaches, islands, diving sites, and coastal cities attract millions of visitors every year.
Exactly. Beautiful places like tropical islands and coral reefs would no longer exist. Millions of people who work in tourism would lose their jobs.
It's amazing to realize how much we depend on the oceans without thinking about it. They provide food, transportation, clean air, beautiful landscapes, and even help regulate Earth's climate.
That's why protecting our oceans is so important. Reducing pollution, recycling, saving water, and respecting marine life can help keep our planet healthy for future generations.
Convincing. Even though this was only an imaginary scenario, it reminds us that nature is carefully balanced. Every part of our planet has an important role.
That's right, Karim. The oceans are much more than large bodies of water. They are one of the main reasons life exists on Earth today. Protecting them means protecting ourselves and the future of our planet.
Now we'd like to hear from you. If all the oceans disappeared tomorrow, what do you think would be the biggest challenge for humanity?
Share your answer in the comments below. We'd love to read your ideas and learn from your opinions.
Today's discussion reminds us that oceans are much more than beautiful places to visit. They are one of the most important parts of our planet and play a vital role in keeping life on Earth possible.
That's right, Karim. Oceans provide oxygen, regulate the climate, support millions of living creatures, and supply food and jobs for billions of people around the world. Without them, Earth would become a completely different planet.
Although this was only an imaginary scenario, it teaches us an important lesson. Nature is perfectly connected, and even one major change could affect every living thing on Earth.
That's why protecting our oceans is everyone's responsibility. By reducing pollution, recycling, saving water, and respecting marine life, we can help keep our planet healthy for future generations.
Sometimes we don't realize the value of something until we imagine losing it. The oceans may seem endless, but they need our care and protection every single day.
Every small action matters. Together, we can protect our environment and make sure that future generations continue to enjoy the beauty and importance of our amazing oceans.
Now we'd love to hear from you. If all the oceans disappeared tomorrow, what do you think would be the biggest challenge for humanity?
Share your answer in the comments below. We'd love to read your ideas and learn from your opinions.
If you enjoyed today's English conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new episode from English with Karim.
Also, follow us on TikTok, English with Karim, and Facebook, Learn English with Karim, for more English conversations, vocabulary, and listening practice.
Keep practicing your English every day. Stay curious about the world, and remember that learning English opens the door to endless opportunities. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode of English with Karim. Goodbye.